Let's speak now to Pierre Lau, who's the head of regional utilities research at Citigroup. And Pierre and his team have been ranked #1 on Asian utilities research by Institutional Investor magazine in 2011. Pierre, congratulations for that survey win. What do you think is going on in the power area in China right now? We're talking about shortages, demand. What are you seeing?
Well, China is suffering from power shortage at the moment. We have power shortage in about 12 provinces. And the key reason for power shortage, we think, is because of the high coal price. In our view, there are about 80% of these 12 provinces with power shortage because of high coal price.
Right.
That means some power plants find it the power tariff lower compared to the unit fuel cost by buying coal in the spot market. So that means if they generate more, they will have more losses.
That's okay. So if they generate more power, they'll have more losses because of the high coal prices. But isn't China stepping in to do something about these coal prices? Aren't they leveling it out, or subsidies of some sort?
Well, this year, China is expected to use 1.8 billion tons of thermal coal, and half of it would come from contract and the other half from the spot market. I think the Chinese government has better control in terms of contract price, but not spot price.
Okay.
Spot price is driven by the demand and supply in the market, and you can see that the spot price has increased a lot, mainly because of the strong demand, increase in international price compared to the same period last year, and also the maintenance work at the Qimangdao railway line in April.
Right.
So that has resulted in a lot of power plants find that it's not profitable generating more electricity.
Okay, but so it's not profitable, but can they raise prices? Obviously, that's capped by the government. Do you see that as something that the government will install this year, more electricity increases?
Yes, we do expect more power tariff increase.
Yeah.
The reason is that we are not yet at the peak season in terms of electricity demand.
Right. Well, wait till the summer comes around. Then you'll see brownouts and blackouts in China.
Exactly. Yeah. So blackout definitely is not a good thing, and this is something not willing to see by the Chinese government. So the Chinese government has no choice. They have to increase power tariff to mitigate the magnitude of power shortage in China.
Yeah. Well, what about the companies? They have no choice because it looks like demand from heavy industry is still up about 10%. In the month of April. So what happens to their power bills? Can they still afford to continue paying for electricity, and can they still churn out the goods?
Well, electricity cost does not account for a very large proportion of operating expenses in various industries, except some like for aluminum smelter. Aluminum smelter would have about 30 to 40% of their expenses for electricity price. But for other major manufacturing industry, electricity costs account for a few percent of their total operating expenses. Okay. So we don't think increase in electricity price will be unaffordable to most of the industry. Okay,
well then let's talk about the impact on the Chinese economy. When you have companies shutting down because they don't have electricity because of power shortages, what's going to be the bottom line impact on GDP, economic growth?
Well, frankly speaking, it's very difficult to quantify. But that would cap the supply side of the product for some of these manufacturing industry. So that's why we do think that the Chinese government has no choice. They have to increase power tariff so that the magnitude of power shortage will become less. I think that's the way to help the economy. Okay, quickly, do you buy into any of these electricity players because of these power shortages, or do you just avoid them? I do for a short-term trading purpose, because we do expect power tariff hike in the coming months. So this would be a good news for this Chinese IPP. But fundamentally, it's not going to improve their earning a lot because of increasing coal price. Okay. So that's why it's only a trading opportunity, not buy and hold opportunity. Right, so short-term trade in then possibly. Pierre, thanks for dropping by. Thank you. Have a good weekend. Pierre Lau, head of regional utilities research at Citigroup.